First thing when you think about starting up is to find the problem that's meaningful to a set of people. It's okay for it to be meaningful to a small set of people, but over time that should be able to expand. I think that's the first thing. What you call as it should be a painkiller than a vitamin. That's a commonly used term. The other piece is that it should be a problem that someone is willing to pay for, whether the customer is really willing to pay for it or a third party is willing to pay for it. I mean, one is to find a problem that's meaningful, but the other is to make sure that, it has monetizable opportunity. Otherwise, it's a hobby and not a business. So I think those two I would first go with.
Yeah, and just to add to the point of choosing the painkiller, right? And of course, the solution that you make is essentially the differentiation that you're building. I have a strong belief personally that all differentiation lies in the last 10% of the improvement that you do, because all companies exist already in all sectors and they're all giving 90% solutions. So building another company of 90% is of no value. You have to push that agenda, and when you push that agenda, you have to put your back into it. So your product teams, your operations teams, they have to be continuously working on innovating and making that needle move. And every 1% will squeeze the life out of you. That's fine. That's why startups exist. But if you don't do that, then you're going to land up in trouble. And one example of this thing is that, for example, some companies come out with pricing as the differentiation mostly. Like, they will say, okay, I'm going to give this to you at a very low cost. But if you do that, then you better make sure that all your capability is designed and defined by reducing costs. Because if you're not going to be a cost leader as your core capability, then you have no business being a price leader. So similarly for quality, similarly for service, any angle that you choose, that is going to be the painkiller. You better make sure that, majority of your company's efforts are in innovating there and pushing the needle there.